Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? Welcome back to my channel, Triple B's Haunted Basement. Yo, man, in this episode, in this video, I'm going to continuation the versus Ghostface series. And we're going to go all the way back to the very beginning where it started. In Scream 1 with Casey versus Ghostface. So without further ado, let's get into the story. And as she makes popcorn, the caller asks her, "What's your favorite scary movie?" She says, I don't know. Come on, you gotta have a favorite. Maybe Halloween. You know, the one with the guy in the white mask who stalks babysitters? Yeah. Well, what about you? What's your favorite? I don't know. What about A Nightmare on Elm Street? Is that the one with the guy with knives for fingernails? Yeah, Freddy Krueger. Yeah, that one was scary. You never told me your name. Why do you want to know my name? I want to know who I'm looking at. Wait, what'd you say? I want to know who I'm talking to. That's not what you said. And then she hangs up the phone, and then she goes and checks on the popcorn, and the phone rings again, and she answers it, and she says, "Listen, asshole." "No, you listen, you little bitch. You hang up again on me, I'm gonna cut you like a fish. Do you understand?" What is this, some kind of joke? More like a game, really. Can you handle that, Blondie? And now it's time to go lock all the doors and check the windows. Do you see me? Do you see me? Listen, I'm about 2 seconds away from calling the police. Go ahead. They'll never make it in time. Well, my boyfriend's here and he plays football and he's big and he will kick your ass. Well, his name wouldn't happen to be Steve, would it? How did you know that? Turn on the lights. And then she's holding the phone and she walks over to the balcony door and she turns on the lights and she sees Steve in a chair with his hands tied around his back and his ankles tied behind a chair. And he's all bloody from his face. And she's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I want to play a game." She's like, No. Then he dies right now. No. Which is it? What kind of game? Turn off the light and you'll see just what kind of game. Just do it. Here is how we play. I'll ask you a question, and if you get it right, Steve lives. No. Come on. It will be fun. It's easy. It's movie categories. And I'll even give you a warm-up question. No. Name the killer in Halloween. No, I can't. Come on, you said it was your favorite scary movie. Michael Myers. Yes, you are right. But now for the real question. No. Name the killer in Friday the 13th. Oh, I can't. Who is the killer in Friday the 13th? It's Jason. It's Jason. Yes, I got it right. No, I believe you got it wrong. No, I seen that movie 13 goddamn times. Afraid not. Sorry. If you watched that movie that many times, then you would have known that the real killer was Mrs. Voorhees, and Jason didn't show up until the sequel. You tricked me. Well, lucky for you, there's a bonus round. But poor old Steve, he is out. Final question. Are you ready? No, please, no. Answer the question and I will. What door am I at? What? There's 2 doors to your house. What door am I at? No, I can't. Your call. And now all of a sudden the patio back door gets busted through with a chair getting thrown through it. Casey now takes off to the kitchen where she's holding the phone, and she runs right past the popcorn that's on the stove that is getting ready to ignite the house in flames. She shuts the back door, and now she's outside. And then she looks through the window into her living room, and she sees somebody in a ghost face mask and a cloak running around. She drops to her knees to get underneath the window so that they don't see her, and she crawls. But when she gets to the last window, she gets up and looks, and Ghostface turns around and scares her and jumps out the window. She's running, and he's running after her. She's got the phone in one hand, and he's got a knife, and he grabs around her shoulder, and he just misses her heart but stabs her in the shoulder. There's a car coming up the driveway. The lights are slowly coming up. Casey starts slowly walking to the front door from the side of the house. As her mom and dad walk in, she doesn't have enough air in her lungs to say, "Mom, Dad, help." They walk inside, and Ghostface throws her on the ground. She reaches out and grabs his mask and pulls it off. And as his arm is above his chest, he brings it right down on her. Stabs Casey. The mom and dad walk into the house, and the smoke is smoldering all over the house. The mom hurries up and grabs the popcorn and takes it off the stove and puts it in the faucet on it. And then the dad fucking looks around, is like, "Oh my God, call the cops, call the cops." Like, Casey, where you at? Her mom picks up the phone, and you hear Casey being dragged and going, and she's being dragged by Ghostface, but they don't know it because this is the landline. This is back before we had cell phones, pretty much. And then the father says, "Hang up the phone, drive down to the McKenzie's and call the cops." And then they hang up the phone. She goes outside and screams because Casey now is hung from the front tree in their yard, and guts are just coming out of her. Opening cut credit scene. Scream 1, 1996, y'all. Man, what do you guys think about that opening scene? Did that not fucking take you on a fucking wild ride? I say it did for me, man. I didn't even know what I was getting into when I watched Scream 1. I didn't know any trailers. I think I was like 18, 19 when it came out. Maybe 18. And I had no idea what it was. Went with my cousins and my family. They're like, "Let's go see this movie." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm down to go see a movie." And holy fuck, man, that fucking set the whole haunted basement in a fucking world, man. I love fucking horror movies. I mean, from fucking Halloween, and like they made this shit and all the ones in between. So tell me what you think about the opening scene to Scream 1. Casey versus Ghostface. Hell yeah, man. Thank you all for joining me today in Haunted Basement Studio. Triple Beats out, and you motherfuckers, you keep it whore.